Thank you for joining us. This will be an Experdocs tutorial video explaining some of the main functions in the Experdocs program. Users will find this video particularly helpful if you've just downloaded the software for the first time. What you see now is the default Experdocs user interface. It consists of, you can see, 4 main panels. On the left is your search panel. On the top center is your current document view panel. Beneath that are your thumbnails, and to the right of that is your information panel. In order to go ahead and create your first new project in Experdocs, move your mouse to the top left, click on File, scroll down to New Project. You'll see a pop-up appear where you can give your new project a project number. For this demonstration, let's say 8775502. We'll give this project name ABC Bottling. And you can see I already had a category of construction defect cases, but in order to create your own, you just click on Edit, or if you've created some, you can see them in your drop-down. We'll call this a forensic investigation, and we'll give it a default Bates numbering format, since it will be a legal collection for our demonstration. Click on Submit. Now we've created our first new project. You can see in the top left corner ABC Bottling, as well in the bottom left corner where it says Project ABC Bottling. So we're ready to go ahead and upload our documents and images. In order to upload documents and images, you move your mouse to the top left on Project Data. Scroll down to Documents and Photos, Add Photos and Documents. You'll see a pop-up appear where you can choose to upload files either by folder or by file. First option on top is useful if you wish to upload all the files in a particular folder on your computer, and the option below is useful if you wish to select individual files you wish to upload from a particular folder. So for this demonstration, I'll click on by individual file, click on Add. You'll see a pop-up appear with the folders on your computer. I'll just go to the folder that has the files I wish to upload. Manufacturing. Here we go. Here's all the files in my folder. Even though I thought I wanted to just upload one, I think I'll upload all of them. So just click on one, hold down Shift, and click on the bottom. Then you'll see all the files uploaded. Click on Import, and give the system just a moment to upload those files to your local database. Now we can see all the files from the folder where I uploaded. And now we've created a new project, uploaded our documents and images. We're ready to organize our files by creating tabs and tags. Tabs are file group names. In other words, the names you wish to give a group of associated files, and tags are the individual keywords you wish to associate with the file that also is searchable. Both tabs and tags are searchable and infinite in Experdocs, meaning you can create as many tabs and tags as you wish. This is very useful for litigation support work, where we often wish to be able to find a file by many different terms or phrases that may not be searchable by traditional OCR or full text search. For example, I can call this file anything I want. Since there's no words in it, it's a picture, full text search would be of little value. However, with Experdocs, I can tag it any kind of word I want, and simply do a search over on the left. So let's go ahead and get started and tab and tag a few files just for demonstration. This first file looks like a picture of a manufacturing plant. If I just scroll through, I can confirm that. This looks like a control room. Looks like a bottling plant. We've got some exterior photos. So now I have a good idea of what the collection I'm looking at is associated with. I'll create some tabs. In order to do that, I move my mouse to the top, Project Data, scroll down to Edit Project Information, and you'll see a pop-up appear where I can add tabs and tags. On the left, scroll down and click on the plus sign, create a new tab, and we'll create a tab that says Manufacturing Plant. We saw some blueprints in there, so we'll create a tab for construction documents. Looks like we had some communications in there, so we'll create a tab for communications. We had some invoices in our collection. We'll create a tab for invoices. We had some pictures, some employees. We don't know how many or which kind, so we'll just create a tab of employees and then create tags when we review those files. That should be enough to get started. We'll click on Close. Now we've added those tabs to our database, and we don't have to add them again for each file. If you notice on the right, the information panel, scroll down to the bottom, and you'll see all the tabs we've just created. This first image that my mouse is on looks like it's an exterior image of the manufacturing plant. So I'm going to click on the tab on the bottom right of Manufacturing Plant, and I'm going to click at the top right where it says Edit, and now I can add some tags for that. Let's see. That looks like, well, an exterior piping. So I'm going to add two tags, one of exterior. This way I can apply that to all my other images which are exterior. And I'll add another tag of piping in order to tag any other images that might be piping. Then close that down, go to the file that I'm tagging, scroll down to the bottom right corner on Manufacturing Plant, and you'll see the two tags I added. Now I can just check those off, and this file has been tagged. And on the bottom right corner I'll click on Info, and I can add some comments. Anything I want to say, and all of this is also searchable, so any text I write in the comments field I can search over on the left side in the search panel. So I will say, this is an exterior picture of the faulty pipeline. Now, anyone who, after me, who wishes to search for this, let's say by the words faulty pipeline, can just go over on the left, type that in, click on apply, and you will find this image. So it's fairly useful for litigation support work, where we often collaborate with groups of people all over, and we all want to leave notes and comments for each other. Now, we have created a new project, uploaded documents and images. Why don't we create some more tabs and tags? Here's a blueprint. So we had created that first tab of construction documents. We'll go over to project data just to show you another way to add your tags. Scroll down to edit project information. click on Construction Documents, click on Add, and we will tag this with Blueprint. Now we've added that tag to our database. All we have to do now is tag that individual file and any subsequent files we wish to be associated with those keywords of either Blueprint or Construction Documents. I'm going to check that off. Oh, and I see in my thumbnails that I have another image that's also a blueprint. I'm going to go ahead and tag that as well. So now, over on the left, in the search panel, I can click on Expand All. You'll see all the tags and tabs I've created. Click on Blueprint, hit Apply, and you'll see both files that I tagged with the keyword Blueprint are now found in that search. So it's very useful to tag any kind of group of either documents or images and have them searchable by, endless number of keywords. So now we have done a search. Why don't I show you how to share some of your documents? In order to share a document, you move your mouse up to the top, click on Shares, scroll down to Share Selected Documents, and you'll see a pop-up appear where you can give the file a name, a description, a password, choose an expiration date for your share link, show what data you wish to include with your file share, and save the file share in order to send it to other people. So I'm going to give this a name of Blueprint number 2. Give it a description of pipeline building plan, and I will also ask my recipient, please review and advise. Give it a password of ABC. Set the expiration date for the link that I'm going to send him, November 22nd, that looks good. And now I can choose one of two ways on how to share this file. I can either share it by email by clicking on Email Link, or I can copy the link to my computer's clipboard and then paste it anywhere I wish, either in a document or in an email, or even in a text message now that you can send over online. Someone else can simply open it in a browser on a tablet, smartphone, or PC, and the file can be shared like that. So for this demonstration, I'll click on Email Link. Give the system just a moment to launch your computer's default email program. It has opened up my Outlook, and the file name that I gave it is now in the subject line. I can put in a recipient, and they will get this link that they can click and basically open the file that I sent them through their web browser. Very neat way to share files through Experdocs. I'm going to go ahead and close this down. Go back to our demonstration within the program. And remember, the other way that we can share files is by clicking on this copy link, which if I click on, it'll show me that the link has been copied to my clipboard, and all I have to do then is paste it either in an email or a document anywhere that I wish to paste it. I'll go ahead and cancel this now that I've shown you in the demonstration. I'm going to go ahead and clear all our filters so I can see all of my files again in the thumbnail. Now that we've shared documents, I'll go ahead and show you how to send an invitation to another user to access your account and work with your documents, or just view them depending on the permission that you grant them. In order to send an invitation to someone to access your account, move your mouse up to the top left on File and scroll down to invite someone to access your account. You'll see the client launch the Experdocs web application. And the pop-up that appears, you can see you'll add the person's name, email address, and you'll specify which role you want to grant them. A description of each role and its permissions is right below. So you can see we have an account administrator, for example, that has full control access to all projects via the Experdocs client and web application. An account administrator can manage users and permissions along with create new projects. So perhaps very few individuals will be an account administrator in your account. Most users will be either a contributor, a viewer, or a user. You'll see a description of each of those down below. And so for this example, we'll go ahead and add, let's say, Wesley first name, Jones is the last name. And since I've already used this as an example, it's already going to be in my database, but I'll go ahead and put in an email address. We'll give them a role of account user. Just click on add user, and you'll see, of course, this verification telling me the email address already exists. And so I won't do it, but all I would have to do is click on yes, and it would send an invitation to that email address inviting them to access my account with the permissions that I specify. We'll log out of the application. So that's how you send an invitation to access your account. In order to change projects, let's say if I have multiple projects within Experdocs, all I would do is move my mouse to the top where it says File. I can save my current project, and then I can scroll down to change account. It'll ask me if I'm sure, ask me if I want to synchronize with Experdocs servers online. I always click yes, but if you don't wish to, if you wish to keep all your local data local, you can click no. We always recommend syncing though so your data stays safe and of course backed up with our servers. And now I'll see a list of all the project categories and projects within each category. Now to see a list of all my projects, change the category to all projects, and here's a list of all the projects that I have. I'll scroll down to the project I want to go to, click on select, and now it's going to open up a new project. This project I called construction site for this demonstration, and now I can work within a different project just like that. I don't have to log out, I don't have to type in a new password. I can change projects seamlessly within the interface. So it's very useful. Now I've shown you how to create a new project, upload files, create tabs and tags, search for a file, share documents, send an invitation, change projects. Now I'll show you how to create a report and do a presentation, and lastly how to get help. In order to create a report, select the files and be sure the ones that you want to report have any analysis attached to them. So I'm going to add some comments on this so it will show in the report. I'll say roofer is laying electrical cable. Give this a document name of image 4C. Give it a 4-star rating because it's very relevant. And now in order to create a report, move my mouse up to the top left and click on File. Scroll down to Generate Document Report. And here you can see the first box will say which photos, and I can select either the selected photos, filtered photos, or all the photos in my current project. And then below that I can select how I wish to export them. generate the report, I will select via PDF. And below that, we can give the report a name. So for this, we will say it is a construction report sample. And we'll say this is prepared for ABCC law firm. And below that, I will check off what data I want to include as well as what tabs I want to include in my report. And by selecting which tabs, any comments or tags that are associated with that will also appear. So I'm going to select I want the Bates number, I want the photographer, I wish for the image number, photo date, name, analysis, and the original file name all to appear in my report, so I'll check all of those. Which tabs? Well, I want all of them to appear, so I'm going to check those. And click on Export. And it's really just that simple. Now I'm going to go ahead and build a PDF report of any images that I had selected. And of course I had just selected that one, so it'll be a brief report, but it is going ahead and rendering it right now. Give the system just a moment. You'll see a pop-up appear that it's completed. And now you'll see a pop-up appear showing where the PDF has been placed on your computer. I won't go ahead and open it for this demonstration, but you can see how simple it is. I'm going to go ahead and close this now. Go back to the program. And now I'll show you how to do a presentation with Experdocs. Of course, any of the view panels in Experdocs are customizable in terms of you just click and drag and drop the ratios of that panel to whatever you want. So if I'm doing a presentation, for example, I may want my main viewer to, let's say, take up most of the visible screen. So I'm going to drag and drop the other panels down, enlarge this, and I want to be able to see all my search options, so I'm going to keep that. And now I can click on View up at the top, scroll down to Save Layout, and give this layout a name. I will give this layout a name of Presentation Layout. Click on OK. And now, when I start on the default layout and I want to go back to that layout, say if I'm about to do a presentation, all I have to do is click on View, scroll down to Apply Layout, and you'll see Presentation Layout as one of the options. I can click on that and it'll immediately open the layout that I had saved. So this is fairly useful for doing a presentation. You can customize the screen to however you want it, whether it's for a mediation, a deposition, trial, or just a corporate presentation. It's very useful, and now that I've showed you how to rearrange the screen for a presentation, I'd also like to demonstrate another feature that is useful for presentation, and that is the Experdocs web application. If I scroll up to the top on File and scroll down to Launch Experdocs Web Application, the system will launch the web app that anyone I'm presenting to can access via a browser, for example from a tablet, PC, smartphone, or computer. And if I've given them permission to access this project, they can see the images on their device right in front of them as I'm doing a presentation. So it's kind of like an interactive, real-time presentation with the internet if you have access to a web browser. This is also a neat way to do presentations if, again, everyone has a browser in front of them. Now we've gone over how to create a new project, how to upload documents and images, how to create tabs and tags, how to search for a file, how to share documents, how to send an invitation to access your account, how to change projects, create a custom report, and how to optimize the layout for a presentation. Hopefully you find the Experdocs program a little more familiar and easy to use. The last thing I'll show you real quick is how to get help. If you're ever in Experdocs, you can scroll up to the top and click on Help. It's the very last drop down up at the top. And in the drop down below, you'll see a few options for the About page of our website. This has some useful information. Down below is the Experdocs manual. Below that, you can contact support via email and view any status messages that your account may have. Now, if I click on Contact Support, it will launch my computer's default email system, and support at Experdocs will already be in the recipient's address. I can type in a subject and any kind of question or concern that I have, including any suggestions that I would like to contribute. It's very useful. Also, you can find help from our website at www.experdocs.com. Click on Support, and you'll see some options where you can fill out a quick form and launch a support query right from our website. That concludes our tutorial this session, and I hope you join us again in the future for other tutorials where I'll go into more complex functions of Experdocs. Thanks again for joining us, and have a great day.